Okay, once you know the concepts, where to do, how to do, when to do, when you come to know, then you start writing the programs. Okay, yes, when you write the programs, when we run the programs, there is a chance of occurring of runtime errors in a runtime, right? So we would have to diagnose that. We have to diagnose it where exactly the issue was. So most of the people will struggle there itself. And he's seeing here and there who will support us. So don't take anyone's support, friends. It just make friendship with the debugging. Okay. So debugger is one of the where it's supposed to debug that your test case steps. Suppose we have 20 lines of 20 sequence lines, one program is there. Suppose in 20 lines, suppose at particular 8th line some issue occurred. Where it is, what it is, we don't know. So exactly we have to find where it is exactly. So while debugging step-by-step execution only, we'll come to know where exactly the issue was. We can troubleshoot easily. So how to debug the scripts also, I will tell you that. So I'll tell you the basic concepts of language, and I'll give some assignments, and I will make you understand how to debug the scripts step by step. Everything I'll give a very clear picture on it. So once after completion of core Java, then we go with the Selenium automation tool. Of course, we have various automation tools are available in the market, but Selenium has become more popular. So it's a user friendly, and we have so many components. Third party tools are which are supported to build Selenium day to day. Yes, let me show you that. Friends, in Selenium is a tool which has some components. Selenium WebDriver, Selenium ID, and Selenium Grid. Of course, we also have Selenium RC also. RC means remote controller. Okay, WebDriver, IDE, Grid, RC. But RC got deprecated, friends. Only the 3 components are available in Selenium: Selenium WebDriver, Selenium IDE, and Selenium Grid. The first component in Selenium was Selenium IDE. So Selenium IDE, if you want to work with, not require any programming knowledge. What I said, Java, C#, Ruby, no programming knowledge is required when we are working with Selenium components IDE. It's just a record and playback tool. Just a record and playback tool. Just you record it. Whatever steps you are supposed to do, before doing that, just start recording and do operations, whatever you want to do. All the statements will be recorded. Lastly, you stop it. Then you play it. Record and playback tool. Just record, do transaction, stop recording and playback. Record and playback tool. Not require any programming knowledge. By default, the backend it stores that recorded steps as a HTML format. Okay, na? But this one, this Selenium ID will be used for pilot projects for getting instant results in producing client for instant results. ID this supports. In case real time, we never use ID, friends, just for to show the instant results to the client if any new project comes. Okay, as for pilot projects, we prefer as an ID in saving the time in producing the instant results in showing to the clients. Okay, so and next here what we recorded, the statements in one browser may sometimes not work in other browsers, and some of the elements may not recorded using Selenium ID. So these all drawbacks as considered, and they have introduced one more component as Selenium WebDriver. So where if you want to work with the Selenium WebDriver, where we must be aware of any one of these language bindings, any one of language bindings, you must be aware of it. By using any one of the language binding, we are going to be build a Selenium WebDriver scripts. A robust browser-based regression automation suites and tests we can build by using the Selenium WebDriver tool, where IDE will record it only in one browser, execute in one browser, where in WebDriver we can build in one browser, can execute in n number of browsers. That's what if you want to create robust browser-based regression automation suites and tests, then we go with the WebDriver. Developer one browser, WebDriver browser, you can execute in many browsers. Okay, fine. Once you build your Selenium WebDriver scripts, okay, respect browsers, yes, then The same scripts you are supposed to execute for many platforms, OS, and many browsers. How can we execute the single script in executing in multi-platform OS and multiple browsers parallel with the help of the Selenium grid component? Okay, na? If you want to scale by distributing and running tests on several machines and manage multiple environments from a central point, making it easy to run, the tests against the vast combination of browsers and operating system, then we have to use the Selenium grid. So developing your automation scripts using Selenium, we use Selenium WebDriver by using any one of the language binding. That developed automation scripts we are supposed to scale and distribute in executing in many computers, many operating systems, many browsers with the support of the grid concept. So the appropriate combination for Selenium was WebDriver with the grid, which develops robust browser-based regression automation suites and tests by using grid. It scales and distribute in executing your developed scripts parallelly in many operating system and in many browsers using grid concepts. So the appropriate combination for Selenium was, yes, it was WebDriver and okay, na? This combination we use for Selenium. Friends, Selenium is a free, it's an open source. It's not a paid license software. It's an open source. There are so many, some automation tools are there which are paid one, like UFT right now, what we are talking. It's a paid license tool, automation tool. But whereas Selenium is an open source. So it's a non-profitable organization. Selenium was a non-profitable organization, like you and me can contribute any suggestions, any course, any you want to develop. You can be one of the sponsor level in the Selenium. You can take a membership in a Selenium. There are some various categories of sponsorship levels are there. Suppose you are the company XYZ, you want to sponsor for the Selenium. Yes, be as a part of the Selenium. As a there are some platinum and gold, like these sponsorship levels are there. Be part of that with your company and contribute something for the Selenium, where we can contribute some, we can build some codes improving day to day the Selenium. Likewise here, there are so many sponsor levels are there. As I said, it's a non-profitable organization. Selenium tool is a non-profitable organization. There are so many levels of sponsors are there. They're sponsoring and they're building that Selenium day to day. Selenium level sponsors, browser stack, these are the companies or the Selenium level sponsors. If you go down, support the Selenium project. Want to support the Selenium project, learn more, or view the full list of sponsors. If you click on learn more, you can see not only Selenium level sponsors, we have gold level sponsors, which is a micro focus organization. Silver level sponsors, these are the companies listed, and bronze level sponsors, these are the company listed. These are all companies together sponsoring the Selenium to grow day to day. Would you like your company be listed in this page? Just click on learn more about sponsoring for Selenium. So these are some terms and conditions that are given like here. So if you want to be a sponsor, any one of the category what I shown you, Selenium level sponsors, you have to pay $20,000, platinum level sponsors $10,000, like this. If your company wants to be part of the Selenium, being as a sponsor, any one of the category base, yes, your wish, you can be the sponsor level for this. Okay. Okay. So let's come back. Yes. So friends, we're getting some noise. Can you please don't mind being mute? Yes. Okay, fine. I'm muting you. So fine. So Selenium is an open source tool, free tool, not required to purchase any license. There are so many sponsor levels teams are there. They are sponsoring and building the Selenium day to day. So what are the components available in Selenium means Selenium WebDriver, Selenium IDE, Selenium Grid, and Selenium RC. 4 components are there. RC got deprecated. Only 3 components are there, where the appropriate combination for Selenium was Selenium WebDriver with the grid. Using WebDriver, we build a robust browser-based regression automation suites and tests by using Selenium WebDriver. After developing that, we scale and distribute in executing the developed scripts parallelly in many operating systems and many browsers with the support of the grid. This is the appropriate combination for Selenium. Okay, now. So what are the components? What are the concepts which we cover in the Selenium means? Let's come to the yes, this is document. Yeah, let's have a glance. What concepts we'll be covering? Yes, we see that how to launch various browsers and how to make the browser launching program dynamically, because launching a browser is a common functionality for every test case. So how do we launch various browsers and adding the jars dependencies? Okay, all those things we'll see that. And next, coming to that, option classes and profiles concept, because when we are running your test case through manually means everything, your presence will be there. If any source stoppers comes like notifications, proxy settings, any certificate errors, any information bars kind of things, anything occurs when you does manually, your intervention will be there, you can handle that. But when everything we are going through automation means, so everything is automation engineer responsibility. If any notifications comes, you must handle through automation. Any certificate errors comes, you must handle with automation. Everything is automation engineer responsibility. So what we can do, we have to take the browser into our control, because what is that? Information bars, notifications, all these comes through browsers. Certificates, all these comes through browsers. Information bars, all this comes through browsers. Maximizing the browser, all this comes through browsers. Everything needs to be handled through Selenium only on browser, whatever the activities appears when we are running through automation. So in that case, we have to take the browser into our control. We have to vasikarna the browser into our control. So how can we take the browser into our control means by just creating our user-defined browser profiles. While creating our user-defined browser profiles, we can take the browsers into our control. So how do we create a user-defined profiles for Chrome, Firefox? I'll show that. Once we take the browsers into our control using the options class, Chrome options class, Firefox options class, while using that respective browser corresponding options class, we can handle like information bars and maximizing the browsers, disabling information bars, notifications, page load strategies, certificates, proxy settings, whatever we can do with on browser manually, the same thing we can do with using options class. If you want to necessary settings, first of all, you have to take browser into our control just by creating our user-defined browser profiles. On that user-defined browser profiles using options class, we can do necessary settings. Okay, and next come to the synchronizations. Friends are where you know that scripts will be very fast in execution, where application elements loading will take more time to load. It will be some delay time to load that any element. If you are putting the target to do the action, and load time will be very slow. So where there is a chance failure of your script, script is fast, application load time is very slow. So there is some gap is there where our scripts are getting failed. We have to put some synchronization between your application web elements and your scripts. So where we use some synchronization methods like thread.sleep, implicit wait, explicit wait. So how we can sync that too, we'll see that. And next, come to the locators. Friends, if web application has so many web elements like text box, radio buttons, checkbox, links, drop downs, okay, web tables, web calendars, whatnot. So many elements are there in your web application. How do I interact them? How do I interact them? Then how we can interact means same simple example. Friends, we are the human beings. We want to identify any person. What we will do? What will you do, friends? If you want to identify any person, what will we do? If I want to identify any person, what I will do, friends? Tell me. If I want to identify any person, what I will do? How can I identify the person?
Identification or ID.
Yes. What is the identification? Generally, if I want to call you, what I prefer to approach you, with what reference, with what property I will approach you? Name,
Name.
name, right? Name is one property. Of course, not only name. Every person has some set of properties, starting from baby coming from mother womb. First, if any baby comes from the mother womb, what we say, hey, baby is very handsome, very colorish. Nails are very long, like this we say. And like height, the weight, the color, the complexity. Next, Aadhaar card number. Next, Namakarna we do. First name, last name, nickname, right? If he is staying in US means SSL number. If he is eligible for what card, okay, SSL number. Okay, if you're looking as employee means employee ID. All these are properties. All these are the properties for the persons. Of course, based on the situation, we'll use that property. Suppose the person is working as an employee means, what is the reference to identify that person there to calculate the salaries? If being as employee, I want to calculate salaries.
Employee ID.
Employee is a unique ID for identifying the employees for calculating salaries. We are contesting in elections. What is the identity there to identify you as a citizen of India? When you are
Party
contesting,
ID.
that's a voter card, right? You must be eligible. You
Yes.
must be registered as a voter. You must be a member of, right? Which is like voter card we call it. Suppose you are purchasing any electronic goods. What is the identity there? Aadhaar card number, right?
What?
Aadhaar card. Yes. So, based on situation, we are using the identity. So, every person have identity properties. By using that unique identity properties, we are identifying the particular object. Similar way, in our web application also, we have so many web elements are there. How do we identify the web elements? Every web element have some set of properties like how human being has. ID, name, class name, XPath, CSS, link text, password text, tag name, like this. So many properties are there, attributes. While using these identical properties, we are interacting the web elements. So especially on locators, we'll talk like 6 hours because most of the people will struggle on and working with locators only. And in that, especially XPath, CSS, selectors, how do we write our customizer? 2 days we'll be talking on it. Out of 6 days, out of 6 hours, 4 hours is basic understanding of locators, and rest of 2 hours will be working on writing our own XPaths and own CSS selectors dynamically. We'll see some examples also in some applications. Marvin project. So this is a build tool. In real time, if any project you want to build, we're using some build tools. Of course, we have so many build tools. Ant is there, Marvin is there, Gradle is there. Of course, Ant is deprecated. Now, right now, Marvin and Gradle, these are the build tools where we can build any projects. So we'll be using the Marvin build tool. How can we build our projects? How can we add the dependencies? How can we add the configurations? Okay. How can we run the goals? Okay, how to run your project through Marvin build? Okay, now through POM XML, all those things we'll talk in the Marvin build projects and TestNG framework. Friends, Selenium itself don't have any built-in frameworks, where TestNG is one of the Java defined framework. TestNG is a Java defined framework. So using the TestNG framework, we are building our projects. In TestNG, mainly we use the annotations, before annotations, after annotations, test annotations, listeners, data providers. We have so many annotations are there. Everything we build through annotations, execute through annotations only. Okay, na? So here we'll see that how to create SMG classes, what annotations takes place, executions, if we have more annotations, If you don't want to execute particular test case, how do we skip it? How do we set up priorities when we are executing the multiple test cases? How to run your test cases parallelly? How to set the test dependencies? How to group the test cases? How to work with the listeners? How to work with the data providers? How to report it using assertion classes, soft assets and hard assets? And we'll do one small pilot project in a TestNG framework. So end-to-end TestNG will be working for 9 hours. Any project will be use the build tool Marvin and framework as a TestNG. Without this, we never build any programs, any projects. And come to the page object model. Page object model is one approach where how we organize the pages. See friends, if you talk about a web application means in our web application we have a number of pages. Together pages we call as a one website. Yes or no? How well you organize the pages. Okay. Instead of maintaining complexity in the pages, we make a breakdown the pages. Each page contains some web elements and some operations. Page level web elements and operations we organize in separate Java classes. 10 web pages are there, 10 Java classes. Okay, so all these things we'll see that friends. So automating links. So majority of the web elements in your applications we can find the links. Static links will be there, dynamic links will be there, broken links will be there, hidden links will be there. Okay, now how do we interact the links? A single link or group of links in a page or specific header portion links, how to interact? All these things one fine day will talk about automating links. And coming to the automating drop downs. Yes, in drop downs where we used to select the option, single option and multi options. How do we select the options in drop down in various approaches? Using by send keys, using by select class, using by JavaScript executors, using by action classes. How do we select various options in drop downs? You'll see that. And coming to the pop-ups. So some of the pop-ups will appear when we are running your scripts, like a security pop-ups, JavaScript pop-ups, HTML pop-ups, Windows pop-ups. Various pop-ups will be occur during executions and stops your executions. How can we handle various types of pop-ups in automation? We'll see that. And come to the actions class. Some of the elements, some of the advanced elements can't be interacted directly with the WebDriver. In that case, we will take a support of the actions class. So here mouse hovering elements, right clicking, double clicking, chain actions, dragging and dropping elements, automating slide bars, like this kind of advanced elements directly cannot be performed with the WebDriver. Then we'll take a support of the actions class. We'll discuss all those things. And JavaScript executors. How we write a WebDriver scripts using SELENIUM WebDriver, interacting web elements, how we perform the actions. The same thing we can do with JavaScript executor also. One fine day we'll talk about JavaScript executor. How do we identify the elements? How do we write a scripts in using JavaScript executor also? I will tell you that. And coming to the Windows components. Friends, my SELENIUM will not automate the Windows elements. It only automates the web elements only. Okay, now if any window elements appears during execution of the SELENIUM using the, when we are running web applications, suddenly some Windows elements occurs. How can we handle them? Nothing to worry. So we will have some open source Windows automation tools are there. AutoIT, Supli, Robotics, like these Windows automation tools are there. By using any one of the free Windows automation tool, we can automate and we can execute it. So here using AutoIT, I'll tell you how to download, how to install, how to write AutoIT code, how to compile the code, how to associate this AutoIT code into the WebDriver script. Everything we will discuss on it. And next come to that automating web tables. So some of the elements will be present inside tables, like static tables, dynamic tables will be there. How do we work with different approaches? And in web tables, we have calendars. And paginations web tables are there. Pagination web table means one table will be there which contains 10 rows only. If the 10 rows completed, next 11 to 20 has to come. So when I click on next button only, next page will come. Next in next page, one more table comes which is indexing with 11 to 20. that 20 filled. Now next page I want to go with. If I click on next, 21 to 30 will come like this. Web table paginations. How do we work? Web tables, web calendars, static tables, dynamic web tables. We'll talk about this web table concept. And when we are automating the scripts, so each step requires some test data. Where do we organize the test data? There are various data sources are there. In that respect to data sources, we are going to be organized. From there, we are taking that to the script, like log4j, properties files, XML files, Microsoft Excels. These are the various data sources where we use to organize our test data in giving to the test case steps. So only for this all this data management, we'll talk about 7 to 8 hours. And next come to the grid. So if you want to scale and distribute your developed WebDriver scripts parallelly in many operating systems and many browsers, we take support of the grid. In grid, we used to do some configurations like creating the hub and the nodes, and there we pass the desired capabilities. Desired capabilities we are passing, and passing that the hub IP address. Okay, all these things, and we take our scripts to execute parallelly in many operating systems and many browsers. So this is what we're going to be discussed in the SELENIUM WebDriver builder. And let's come to the DevOps. So DevOps is a culture which extends so many components like SELENIUM, how we have. Yes, DevOps has Ant build tool, Maven, Gradle build tools, and CDCA pipeline, Jenkins, and we have a SVN and source control tool like SVN, VSS. Okay, we have so many components are there like Chef, Puppet, Ansible, Dockers, Kubernetes, like this, Micro Focus, like this. So many components together we call as a DevOps as culture, where DevOps will be used by the developers, will be used by the testers, will be used by the integration team, will be used by the deployment team. Almost every sector team will be used by use that DevOps. Where testers, we are mainly focused on the components as Maven build tool and source versioning control tool as GitHub servers and CDCI, Jenkins. These are the three components which we cover in DevOps. And come to that frameworks, we will be covering the test ng, page object model, data even, and lastly we do the project. And the benefits you get, you'll get soft copy material, get soft copy material for Java and Selenium, and recorded videos for 1 year view access, and the source code daily whatever we build, daily whatever we develop the programs for Java, Selenium project, every source code I will commit in GitHub server, which is repository where everyone can access that code which is available in GitHub server. Source code will share through GitHub server on daily basis. So source code will be shared through GitHub server. So daily whatever programs I build in front of you, I will commit it in a GitHub server and I will share to everyone. So that is one of the source for you to practice it. And recorded videos will be having for 1 year view access, and soft copy material for Java and Selenium will be shared to that. And the course duration will be 0.5 months for code content course, core Java, Selenium, DevOps framework project will take 2.5 months, and the daily Monday to Friday will be the sessions goes on, and occasionally I will take on weekends also, only for this grid, the Maven, GitHub server, Jenkins, because these are the configurations where I will not do in my system. I will take any one of you screen share. I will make to happen in your system, hands on. You will do that. I will explain from my end. So that's what a grid. If I talk about grid means, it will take 4 hours to complete the grid concept. So one day I can't complete in 1 hour, right? And also time will be dragged. That's why only on weekends, out of 2.5 months, 4 weekends I will take to complete this Maven setup, GitHub setup. I will take 6 hours. Jenkins I will take for 6 to 7 hours, like this. That's what I'll take 4 weekends to complete these selected concepts like grid, Maven, GitHub, or Jenkins. But remaining all the concepts I will take regularly Monday to Friday, like 2.5 months. I hope everyone understood what is
Yes,
my
sir.
intention, right?
Uh, Excuse me, sir. When we start this batches?
From tomorrow only. Just today?
From tomorrow only.
Yes, from tomorrow
Okay.
we're going to be start the regular classes.
And what's the time?
Timing will be same, 8 to 9.
Okay. 8 to 9 at morning.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And fees, sir?
Fee will be 4,000.
Okay. Okay, sir. Then.
Okay.
And sir, other are also taking means API testing or mobile testing.
No, this is purely functional automation testing, core Java, Selenium,
Okay.
frameworks, and project. So if it is Appian means that's again 45 days course. That's separate. Okay. If it is you're talking about AP, you're talking means it's a 2 months of course it was. Mobile testing means it's a 45 course. Database also 45 days course. Manual testing is 1 month course. Like this. Okay. And some people will take, we say like as a combo. We'll do all those things within 3 months like this. Don't trust that kind of.
No, no.
Yeah.
I ask you means you take that also in
No, no, no.
separate.
No, 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 no.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
my
Okay, sir. Then.
after completion of that functional automation testing, my suggestion is you will take one more tool like either mobile testing or API testing. That will make value advantage for your resume.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
but everything is the basis of functional automation testing Selenium only. Even to work with the mobile automation, even to work with API web services, the base will be the Selenium functional automation tool only.
Okay, sir.
Excuse me,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
I have joined a bit late. Can you provide your contact number?
You will get the recordings. You will get the recordings. Today we had a demo session. So all end-to-end what I'm covering for your batch, everything I've given.
Yeah, I have joined this demo session a bit late. Can you provide
That's why
your
I'm saying.
contact so that we will
No,
reach
sir.
you direct?
No, sir.
No.
Contact will not be provided. Management will be reaching you directly. So you'll be getting contact through mail only with me. Okay. Once you have done the payments, you'll be contacting through my mail IDs. So every recordings will be come from me only.
Not
You know?
that. Not just to discuss all of course and all.
Yeah, yeah. Everything you'll be get the recording. Okay. You'll be get the recording, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, for automation testing, how much is the fees course?
4,000.
4,000. If combined with manual,
Manual will be teach by other person, not by me.
okay.
It's
Total
purely
of 2.5 months course for automation
yes, yes.
testing.
Complete core Java, Selenium, DevOps, framework, and project end to end.
Okay. I need only Selenium with testing, sir.
That's what
Selenium with Java
Selenium
for
only.
automation.
Selenium with Java only. See, DevOps is part of Selenium, sir. Don't treat like this is separate tool. DevOps is part of.
Oh,
Without frameworks, we
oh,
cannot build your programs. And lastly, we do the project for you. How you are building the project. Everything is a package, sir. Is nothing is different tools we are giving, sir. It's all is built in. There is no
Okay,
excuse.
these all five things come under
Selenium only.
automation testing.
Yes, see,
Selenium
DevOps
with
will be used
Java.
by developers, will be used by testers, deployment team. Okay.
Oh,
Every
okay.
person using is DevOps. Here in the testers, we'll be involving in DevOps as Marvin build tool, GitHub distributed server, Jenkins as CI pipeline. These components will be used in the DevOps for Selenium.
Okay. Okay.
Where grid is a setup, which is component of Selenium. Once you build your programs using WebDriver, we scale and distribute in executing your developer scripts parallelly in many operating system and many browser with the support of grid. Okay, na? On the screens.
Offline videos will be available for this, sir. If you miss the class,
Yes, yes, you'll be getting the recorded videos for 1 year view access.
1 year access.
Few batch, okay?
When will be the
Excuse me,
class?
sir.
Sorry?
When will
Yes,
the
yes,
main
you go ahead.
when will be the main session will start, sir? This is the
From
demo
tomorrow.
now.
From tomorrow. From tomorrow.
From tomorrow onwards. Okay.
Okay?
Okay, okay, sir.
Sir, how to pay you? Any?
Management will reach you, madam. Management will be communicating you through mail. They'll call you personally also. So you
Okay.
can to them, okay?
Oh, okay, sir. Okay then. And sir, how to join daily basis? Because this is a very lengthy process.
Yes, this is the link for 1 week is going to be work. After 1 week, the link is going to be changed. We'll get the update from the management of change of link. Okay, nothing to worry.
In
When you register before you join with your mail ID and your name and your phone number, management will personally contact you. Will inform you all the updates regarding the payments and regarding the any link changes. Everything they will be communicating with you. Okay, na?
Any certification will be there at the end of this
Yes,
course.
course completion certificate. If you request for the management, they'll be providing you. But that any institutes are giving the course completion certificate, it doesn't make any value also. Just the people satisfaction. That's it. As I believe, I'm saying that. Okay.
Okay.
There'll be no value for the certificate if any institutes are providing. Okay. Honest, I'm saying that. So many people will be asking like this: will you provide certificate? No use of the certificate. Okay. If you want, the management will be providing you. Not issue for that. Okay. Just a contact management.
So and I'm now working, so I want to change my career in automation. So can I give experience of that? Means suppose after completion of this course.
Sorry.
Means I'm now working on manual testing, so I want to change my career in automation.
Okay.
So means so I give that experience for this course.
Not required. You can put your manual testing as just put like you work for how many years? 6 years you have been in this testing, right?
No. I have 2 year experience in manual.
No issues. You can put like 2 months as manual testing, 1.5 year as automation. That's it. Kind of close. Genuine company you have. Okay. No need to go for extra certificate also, right? You have genuine experience for 2 years. You better keep. You
Yes.
worked as automation engineer for 2 years. Otherwise, 6 months for manual testing. See, nowadays there is no matter of manual testing automation. You are as a automation engineer. That's it. All is all.
Okay.
Earlier, the people manual testing separate team, automation separate team, performance separate team like this. It was there. Nowadays, not like that. All rounder. One person works for n number of tools. Okay, na?
Oh,
You work
yeah.
for manual. You work for automation. Past 2 years. Nothing matters. It's a genuine, right? Genuine.
No. When they called, they asked now what is the relevant experience in automation. That's why I asked.
Or then you can put like starting my journey for manual testing. Later, I was trained and I was shifted to the automation. Past 1.5 years. We can keep that. Not an issue.
Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you.
Enough. Yeah. Nothing matters. So, and one more thing.
And so only one batch is there, 8 to 9.
Sorry.
Means morning batch is there only, not that evening batch.
No, madam. No evening batch right now. Currently, only the morning batch we have.
Okay, no problem then.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay, friends, if you don't have any queries, we are good to stop for today. Shall I?
Yeah, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Tomorrow
Thank
at
you,
what
friends. A
time?
great day. Yes.
Tomorrow at what time can you start the session, sir?
Same timing, 8 to 9. 8 to 9. We started the session 8. Of course, I'm having some technical issues. I joined a little bit, 15 minutes late, I guess, myself, because some technical issue I faced. Management has helped me to solve that problem. So sharp 8 means 8:05. By 8:05 going to be start. I start meeting by 8 o'clock. The exact class will start on 8:05.
Tomorrow only for paid persons.
Yeah, first 2-3 class will be free only. Third class you have to pay the fees. Okay.
That means tomorrow will be third class, sir.
Today's first class, sir.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, actually, what has happened is like since I'm working now and the new project I've been assigned, and for that I'm learning for this course. And in case if I get some error or if I need some help support, can I contact you?
Madam, I will tell you. So, if anybody wants any job supports, I can refer some other persons. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Have any issues? Okay. I will give some reference number. You can contact them. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So friends, to work with Java or to work with Selenium, yes. First of all, we must install Java in our computer. Without installing Java, even we cannot open Eclipse also. Eclipse is one of the editor, which is a IDE. Eclipse is a IDE. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. If you want to build your programs, run your programs, or debug your programs, Eclipse IDE is a must. Eclipse IDE, where we used to develop, where we used to execute, where we used to debug the programs. So based on what we build the programs, execute means based on Java only. Without installing Java, even we cannot open Eclipse also, even we cannot write any Java programs also. First of all, the base thing is we must install Java in your computer. Friends, what is the version of Java available in market? Of course, we have 17 or 18, I think, available in the market, I guess, even though. So still we are working with the 8 or 11 versions. Friends, earlier everyone used to use 8 version. Now 8 is not supporting that much. Better we go with 11 version, because 8 and 11 versions are most compatible versions for Selenium. Okay, now that's what we prefer, 8 or 11 versions. Better we go with 11 version. Okay, let's search with a 11 version. Okay, Java SE Development Kit. Just a search in a Google, Java SE Development Kit. Development Kit. That's it. Enough. Enter. Here we can see 18 version is there, Java 17 version is there, Java 11 is there, Java 8 is there. Okay, na? So better we go with Java 11. Okay, yeah, click on JDK 11. Friends, actually Java is a open source, free to use, nothing to purchase any license to work with Java generally. So, but the Java license has been changed since from April 16, 2019. Slight changes were made in Java, okay, in April 16, 2019 onwards. The Java is a product of Oracle. The Java is product of Oracle. They have changed the terms and conditions for the license terms for the Java. So the new Oracle Technology Network License Agreement for Oracle Java SE is substantially different from, in the green color strip, yes, is substantially different from prior Oracle JDK license. The new license permits certain uses such as personal use and development use at no cost. So friends, personal use means like you and me practicing Java programs, not required any license. And development use also no cost. Development use means in corporates, any software you're working means will be licensed one. Even Java, for developing the enterprise applications, they're also free of cost. For normal personal use is also free of cost. Then where is the cost applicable? Yes, in commercial terms. In commercial terms means Once you develop enterprise applications in your local system, once you are deploying that enterprise application in a server end customers are reaching your application. End customers will connect your application. So there, to run your enterprise application in server end, there we require a Java license. There it comes as a commercial terms. Yes or no? That's what saying that. So the new license permits certain uses such as personal use and development use at no cost. But other uses authorized under prior Oracle JDK license may no longer be available. But other uses authorized under prior Oracle JDK license may no longer be available. What is that? Please review the terms carefully before downloading and using this product. Commercial license and support is available with the low cost with the Java SC subscription. So in commercial terms, it comes there we have to purchase a Java license until less for personal usage and development usage, no cost. These terms and conditions is applicable since from April 16, 2019 onwards. Okay, na? Let's try to download. Friends, to download Java, respect to the platform, we can download the Java. So we have Linux platform is there, we have Mac is there, we have Windows platform is there. Irrespective of the platform, we will be downloading the Java. Where can I download this Java irrespective of the platforms? If you come little bit down, you can find the Java downloads files irrespective of the platforms. Here, if you come down, little bit. See, no, in top only, sorry, in top only. What is this? Something is there, not this, I think. Come down a little bit. In this, yes. Java SC development kit 11.0.3. Yeah, come down a little bit. Here we can see Linux supported Java, Mac OS supported Java. If we come little bit down, Windows supported Java also will be there. Solaris, Windows. Understood? Okay. Irrespective of the platform, which platform you are working, the platform supported Java needs to get download. So Windows x64 installer 140.3, that you click on it. If you are working with the Mac OS, then install Mac OS x64 DMG installer. Understanding? Which platform you are in, that supported Java only needs to download. You click on it. Yes. Accept the checkbox. Click download. So I think you don't have any Oracle account. First time you are trying to download, let's create an account, then it will allow to download. Wait. Don't click anything. Oh, you click the. Okay, fine. Yeah. You have opened new tab. Okay, fine. No issues. So here, friends, all our star marks, all our mandate fields needs to provide. So give the valid working email address because you'll be getting the verification mail from the Oracle for the confirmation whether you are a valid customer or not. So password must be 8 characters. That should not be matched with the email. One uppercase should be there, lowercase should be there. Okay. One number should be there, one special character must be there. Everything should be there. Like minimum 8 characters we should maintain. One uppercase, one lowercase, one number, one special character, like this 8 characters we have to maintain. But password what we are providing should not match with the email address. Fill all the mandate fields: country, first name, last name.
Shall I create, sir? Shall I click on the create?
Yes. Every star marks are managed. Job title, give like senior associate or lead or whatever it is. Sorry, job title, right? Job title means test engineer, test lead, whatever it is. Yeah. And company name, Dell or Bell, whatever it is, your wish. As Accenture. Okay, fine. And click on create account. So you successfully registered your account. Now you log into your mail ID what you provided. Yeah, you got a mail from Oracle. Then click on verify email address. You will get verified. Click on continue. Now come to your Oracle login account. Last tab it was. Last tab. Yes, it is. Now you provide the registered email address and the password what you provided to download that Java. Yeah, it's getting done. Yes. So once it get downloaded, we need to install it. Once you install only, then only we can open the Eclipse. Of course, later I will show you how to open Eclipse. First, let's try to install. Without installing this, and we are downloading Eclipse and trying to open, it will not open. It will say that Java is required. So first of all, we are downloading and installing Java right away. So please try to install that. Go to downloads and double click on it, that JDK file. It will come a little bit late. Just wait, it will come. It's loading. Yeah, down it was in the taskbar. Blinking, yes. Click on next button. Yes, it was installing in C program files JDK. Yes, yeah. In C program files Java, there itself Java 11 is going to be installed. So why 8 and 11 we are preferring is because so many third-party components will be used by Java. Click on close. Click on close. So compatible issues will come, friends. If you're not taking appropriate versions, because this is open source, right? So compatible issues mostly comes. That's why which version is supported, that only we have to prefer. So even you can see that when we are searching in Google also, we got along with 17, 18 latest versions, we can also see list versions 8 and 11 also. Okay, na? And 8 and 11 are most compatible with Apache products, and even working with Jenkins also, these versions only supported. It is asking to have a Java install either 8 or 11 versions. Friends, earlier batches I used to use the 8 version, but even version, some challenges I was facing. That's why I was since last batch onwards, I was preferring to install Java 11 version. Okay, na? Yeah. So can you please go to the location where Java installed? C program files, Java. C files. Earlier, okay, fine. Go on. Earlier she has 16 version. She has no. Click on more. Earlier she has 16 version. Wait, don't move here and there. Earlier she has 16 version. Now we have installed 11 version. Generally, you may have it down. Ravi, earlier we have one version. If I install update version, so existing version should upgrade to the new version, right? But existing is there, new is there. Yes, friends, in Java, if you install later 12 version of Java, yes, 12 version will be there, 11 will be there, 16 also will be there. But once you are building your programs, there we get a chance based on what version of Java you want to build the programs, to execute the programs, to debug the programs. In Eclipse will take chance. You will install a number of versions, not an issue for that. While building and executing and debugging, there we take a chance by what version you want to build the programs. By what version of Java you want to build the programs. There will take a chance. 11 or 16. Okay, na? Fine. Now we are successfully done installation of Java. Now let's try to download the Eclipse IDE, where IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. Just search with Eclipse IDE for Java EE developers. Eclipse IDE for Java EE developer, where EE stands for Enterprise Evaluation. Okay, fine, no issues. Click on the first link. Come down a little bit. Decline or hello cookies. Okay, come down. Come down. Come down. More downwards. Enough. More downwards. More downwards. So friends, here we can see versions are there. From down to top is the latest version. 4.17, 4.18, 4. No. Here only. See the right side, more downloads box is there, right? Yes. We have some various versions there. From down to top, some versions are there. Since from 4.17 to top is 4.24 is there. Okay, na? Better download that latest one, Eclipse 4.24. Come a little bit down. Wait here. Wait. Eclipse setting for interface. Okay, fine. Eclipse IDE for enterprise Java and web developers. The full package, okay? So Eclipse IDE for enterprise Java and web developers. Okay? Yes. There we can see 514 MB is there. This Eclipse also will be downloaded irrespective of the platform. Like how we downloaded Java irrespective of the platform, similar way we are downloading the Eclipse irrespective of the platform. See, right side we can see Windows, Mac OS, Linux is there. Okay, yours is Windows. Then click on Windows x86_64. Yes, click on it. Now click on download. Click on download. So it's getting download. So it will be a zip file, friends. Once after download happens, you need to extract it. In meanwhile, wasting your time, let me discuss some other information. Yeah, friends, here in market, if you purchase any product, you'll be having some support document. Yes or no? You'll be having some support document. Yes or no? Not, friends. Even if you purchase mobile, watch, or electronic goods, or any automobiles, if you purchase, you'll be having some help support documentation. What that document contains? It contains the product features and specifications. Yes or no? The similar way, even for any language like Python, Ruby, Java, Scala, for any language also will have some documentations. That's called API documentations. API stands for Application Programming Interface Documentations. What the document contains? What the document contains? It contains that libraries, that contains set of libraries of that project, Java libraries and Python libraries like this, the API document contains. Friends, right now, what is the version of Java we are using? 11 version, right? Come on, friends, open your mouths. Why you're not opening your mouths, I don't know.
Java 11 version.
Java version, right? Like this, yeah, 8 is there, 12 is there, 17 is there, 8 is there. Version to version will have respect to API documentation or not? Every version will have their own API documentation. Example to say, suppose you are purchasing Shift Desire. We have various variants are there. LDI is there, VDI is there, JDI is there. Version to version features are similar, different. Come on, friends, open your mouth.
Yeah, different, sir.
Different, right? That's why they are maintaining the documentations for LXI one document, VXI one different document, ZXI one different document. The similar way, even our software is also version to version we have respect to API documentations. Right now we are working with Java 11, so we have to prefer which version of documentation of Java 11 API, right? So let's open one new tab in a browser just to search with the Java 11 API. Java 11 space API. Which version document you want to prefer? That version you in place of 11. Okay, fine. Click on first one. Here we can see heading is what we have. Heading. Java Platform Standard Edition and Java Development Kit version 11 API specification documentation. So in Java community, what are the libraries they have introduced in the 11 version? Everything will be accommodated in this documentation. Like for every watch, for every mobile, for every TV, for every automobiles, we'll have a documentation, right? A similar way, every software, irrespective of the versions, will have a API specification document. Here we can see that. So first of all, here they are maintaining like as a modules. If you can see here, left side we can see when yellow color highlighted box is there, all modules. Java.base, Java.compiler. Like this, we have some modules are there. Main modules. So every developer or every tester, the base thing is we must be developing any application you want to do testing. The main thing is Java.base main source. Everyone has to be followed. Defines the foundational API of the Java SC platform. So if you are supposed to develop any small programs, anything, even testers, the base thing is Java.base is the base module for every kind of people. Must do work. Click on Java.base. Click on Java.base. Click on Java.base. Here we can see Java module Java.base. If you come a little bit down, there are some packages we can see under the base. These are the base level packages. In the base module, these are the packages we have. Java.io is one package. IO means input output. Any reading writing related libraries will presented under this package. Java.math. So mathematics related classes libraries will be there in the Java.math like this. Okay, just click on Java.io package. In this package, if you come down a little bit down, here we can see interfaces and classes. If you come a little bit down, we can find classes also. See classes. You click any one of the class. In this class, what it has, come down. In this class, it has some fields are there. Fields, come down. Some constructors are there. Some behaviors are there. Some methods available. Understood? So what you understood in this document? In Java API document, we'll have a modules. In that modules, we'll have a packages. Under the packages, we'll have a classes and interfaces. Inside the class, we'll have some fields, some constructors, and some methods. Yes or no? These are all predefined. These things we are making use in our needs. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So this is what. So for every version, we have respect to API document. Friends, Java 8, in Java 8, we don't have this structure like this. So we don't see any module. Since from 11 only we can see module, package, like this we have. If you want, we can try to open Java 8 API document. Just open one more new tab. Search with Java 8 API. Java 8 API. Click on that. Directly we can see packages. In the left side here, packages. In the left side, we can see frames. The first frame we can see the package. Yes or no? Where is the IO package? No, in top one it was there, madam. Better click on arrow marks instead of scrolling. Click on arrow mark. Click on arrow marks. Instead of no. In that frame, you have scroller. Yes. Slowly go. Click. Yes. Java.io is right. If I click on package, second frame down, we can see in that package interface class are coming. What class earlier we clicked the buffer input stream, right? The class name. In the left side, we can see buffer input stream is the class. The second frame down, see here. Above is the package frame. Down is the class interface frame. Yes. Click on the buffer input stream. Right side we can see the class, behaviors, fields, everything comes. Come down. Fields are there, constructors are there. Yes. Methods are there. Got it? We don't see any modules, right? Right. This is 11. They are giving modules, packages, classes. That we have fields, constructors, and methods. If anything you want to refer, this is the like this. We have to come, and we can refer what is this method meant for. Every method description will be there. If you can observe, the nature of the method, everything will be described. Like how we have API document for every product we purchase. In similar way, even for software also, we have a specification document, which is API specification document. Irrespective to the version, we need to search it. Java 8 API, Java 11 API, Java 15 API. Like this, we have to search it. Is everyone clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, once we install Eclipse, once we open Eclipse, in the Eclipse, we need to create a Java project first of all. Okay, now we have to create our user-defined project first of all. Under the project, we will be creating the packages. The same structure. Under the project, we'll be creating the packages. Under the packages, we will be creating the classes and interfaces. Understanding? We'll be creating the package, class and interfaces. So by creating the packages, classes, interfaces, fields, and behaviors, all these things, we have to follow some naming conventions. We need to follow some naming conventions. Now, click any one of the package, click on Java IO package, go one step back, otherwise click on Java package. Okay, fine. Yeah, click on it. Again, click on java.base, madam. Click on java.base link above module. See, module java.base is there, right? Above, top left. Click on it. Yeah. Come down. Wait here. See, friends, if you can observe, under the project we have a packages. If we want to create a packages, we must follow some naming conventions. The first thumb rule to create a package is every package name should start with a lowercase. See here, every name is starting with lowercase or not?
Yes.
That's the first thumb rule in creating the package. Second thumb rule is every package name should be starts with the complete domain name. See, you're working with Java means Java is the starting. If you're working with HDFC Bank means we give HDFC starting name. Yes or no? For which client you're working, that complete domain name as starting name we have to give. That should be in a lowercase letter. Okay, na? Two thumb rules we have made. Third thumb rule is every package should maintain dotted structure. See, java.io, java.lang, java.lang.annotations. Like this, we are maintaining the packages. Yes or no?
Yes.
So what is the reason behind maintaining package in dotted structure? Means it maintains subfolders. Like example to say, suppose you are maintaining books in a library. How they are organized? First, they will maintain one rack for all social books, one more rack for science books, one more rack for English books. And in social also we have so many are there. Geometry is there. Geography, history, civics, economics. Like this, we have categories there. Social. Yes or no? Like this. And again in geography, they'll be categorizing 7th class students, 8th class students books. Like this, they are categorizing. Yes or no? One more example to understand. Suppose you want to maintain some movies in your system. What we do? Everyone having entertainment drive as a E as a favorite drive to everyone. In E drive, we maintain one folder as a movies. Again, inside the movies folder, I will manage subfolders irrespective of the languages. English folder, Telugu movie folder, Hindi movie folder, like these subfolders I create inside a movies folder. And I am not waiting. Again, going inside the English movie folder, I was again creating subfolders like a horror movie folder, action movie folder, romantic movie, comedy movie folder, like these subfolders I was creating. Okay, now? So why I'm creating like this? Why should I maintain a single folder? Why I'm maintaining subfolders like this? Huh? Why I'm maintaining subfolders like this? Why can't I maintain a single folder?
Because all think in one folder to find easily.
Sorry?
We can find easily.
Yes. Suppose once I come from office, I was feeling some mood out. I want to watch some comedy movies of English. What I do? Go to the E drive, go to the movies folder, go to the English movie folder, and go to the English comedy movies folder. Then I'll pick one of the comedy movie. How easy it was? If I make everything a single folder, it will be mess up, right? It will be very difficult to recognize the category movie. Yes or no?
Yes.
Similar way. See, they are maintaining package. Java.io means Java is one folder, IO is one subfolder. Where IO stands for input output. All the reading writing related libraries are presented in IO package. See, Java folder, IO is one subfolder. In IO subfolder, we will have all the reading writing libraries. See how simple? Understanding or not? See, if I click on Java.io, it contains all the reading writing classes only. Click on it. We come down, we can see interfaces. See, classes are there: buffer input stream, buffer output stream, buffer reader, buffer read. All reading writing libraries are there. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now, next, okay, package naming conventions we have done. Every package should start with a lowercase. The starting name should be company domain name and maintain as a dotted structure. These are the standards which needs to follow while we are creating our own packages. Next, under the packages, what it contains? Interfaces, classes and interfaces. Yes or no? So to create a class or interface, we have to follow some naming conventions. Camel case. Observed or not? How the class names are designed? Camel case or not? Buffered B caps, input I caps, stream S caps, buffered input stream. Yes. How many words are there? Doesn't matter. Every word, starting character must be uppercase. Buffered output stream, buffered reader, buffered writer. Even interface also same naming convention, camel case. Observe, scroll up and see. How the naming conventions followed. Same or not? Camel case. Data input, data D caps, input I caps. Data output, data D caps, output O caps. Camel case. Observe. These are the naming conventions which needs to follow per class and interfaces. Click any one of the class. Click any one of the class. Come down. Come down. Click any one of the class. In this class, what it contains? It contains some data fields and some constructors and some methods will be presented. If you can see behaviors, these are the methods, right? See all methods. Oh, okay, fine. Enough. See the naming conventions for defining methods. If you can observe, some methods are there, two words are there. Read boolean, read byte, read char, something is right. If you can observe, read boolean, 2 words are there. First word starting character will be lowercase. From second word onwards, starting character will be uppercase. Suppose read boolean class, read boolean file is there. Read R should be lowercase. Boolean B should be the caps. File F should be the caps. Understanding what I'm saying? That in methods defining, of course it is camel case only, but first word starting character should not be the camel case. It should be lowercase. From second word onwards, everything should be camel case. Understanding? Observe or not? Clear or not? What, friends? Is everyone clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
4 times I'm supposed to ask whether you understood or not. Should not be like this, friends. Why you're behaving like this, I don't know. Fine. So these are the naming conventions which we need to follow, friends. Which we need to follow. Okay. In building the project, in building the package, building the classes, interfaces, methods like this, the standards needs to be followed. Okay, na? So it was.
Sir, one doubt. What
Yes.
is this? Here field constructor method. Here also field constructor method is there.
Fields is nothing but. So I said right
Yes.
inside that classes will have a fields, constructors, and methods. I said right.
Yes.
See, scroll up. These are the methods. These are the constructors. See, yellow color highlight is there. Constructor. One
Yeah.
field is there. So in every class, we'll have a fields, we'll have a constructors, we'll have a behaviors. In every class.
Okay.
If you click on fields, you'll navigate to the field. If you click on constructor link, you'll go to the constructor highlight. So click on the About tab. You can see field constructor method. Please, madam, please click on that link. Field.
Link.
Click on that.
Yes.
It came, right? Click on method. Click on method.
Okay.
It went right like this.
Yes. Yes.
Even in our website, sir, if you want to go to a specific tab, sir, in a home page, we can see in a tab will be there. If you click anything into that page, it goes down, right?
Yes.
The same header.
Okay.
Header. That's header. Summary nested is a header. Okay.
Okay.
So it's almost done. Let's wait. So it was the zip file, friends. Once Eclipse is downloaded, it was the zip file. We need to extract it. We need to extract it. Without extracting, we cannot open the Eclipse. We have to extract it. So friends, once you try to open Eclipse after extraction happens, make sure Java should be installed in your computer. If Java is not installed, Eclipse will not open and simply throws the error. Java is required to open the Eclipse like this. So that's what firstly we have downloaded and installed Java in your computer. Now we are going to be open the Eclipse successfully once after download happens. I'll be back in 1 minute, friends. Let it get download. Okay, fine. It's done, huh? Extract it. No.
Yes, sir. Done.
Yeah, extract it. Right click and extract here. Ah, what is this? Oh, madam, why you're selecting all these things? Please remove. Please select only Eclipse. Don't select all. Right click. Extract. No, okay, fine. No issues. It was being extracting. It's almost. Yeah, now you open that Eclipse. Yeah, blue color ball. Yes. It will take some time to load. Okay. The first time you are opening Eclipse, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is the workspace. Do you want to store all projects what you create coming this? Are you going to be stored in this workspace or do you want to change? You want to change? Yeah. To give name. Yeah. In C users, Sonia user, she is giving workspace as a new. And check this checkbox. Check this checkbox and click on launch. Close the welcome screen, top left corner. Welcome screen. Close this. So this is the Eclipse environment, friends. Okay. Got it? So tomorrow we'll see that how to create a project, how to create a package with naming convention, how to create a class interface with naming convention, and what is a Java class will be discussed in a tomorrow's session. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, friends.
Thank you,
That's for today. Thank you very much and have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And small request from tomorrow onwards, don't be idle like this. If I ask any question, please try to respond. Please, I'm requesting you all. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes.
Friends.
Answer today's
Yes.
video. Can we get recording today so that we can practice once? And
Please, if you have done your payment, madam.
yeah, I've done, sir.
Okay, fine. I will get mail IDs who have done the payments. Today I will share the recordings. Who are not done the payment, please complete your process with management. Okay, na? Fine.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Hi, friends. Welcome back. Good morning to all.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, friends. Welcome back.
Morning, sir.
Yeah. Good morning, friends. Welcome back to all. So last class we have seen that how to install Java, Eclipse, and you've seen all these things. Yeah. Now today we are going to see that how to create a project, package, classes, and what is a Java class. All these things we'll discuss right now. So this is Eclipse once you open. If you want to create a project, go to the file menu, new project. There we can find Java project option here. Select this and click on next button. Here we need to provide a project name, okay? Into name. So for every project you create, whatever project name you are providing will be stored under your workspace. So my workspace is D drive and Jan 2022 WD / the project name. In your case, whatever you specified the workspace, when the time you open the Eclipse, that workspace, the project will be stored. If you want to change the location, not in this location, then uncheck this and click on browse. You can specify the path where these projects to be stored. Okay, now? Yeah. And for every project you create, Java libraries are getting associated. Friends, yesterday I said n number of versions of Java we can install, not a matter. Old versions will be there, new versions will be there. Okay, but when we are creating project, for this project, which Java version I need to associate to build the programs, to execute the programs, to build the, to debug the programs. Which version? In my system, I'm having Java 8 version. I will take Java 8. In your case, if you install 11, select 11. If 8 means select 8 like this. Okay, now? For every project, Java libraries are getting associated. Whatever version you have to select here. Okay. In my case, 8 is installed. I'm selecting 8. Now click on finish. For any project, Java will be associated. See, by default here, Java 8 libraries got associated here. JRE system libraries 8. All Java libraries. See, Java SQL, Java base. See friends, Java base. If I expand here, Java Evo, Java language, all the packages. Yes or no? Java Evo, if I expand, these are all the classes. Yes or no?
Yes.
So already I shown you yesterday in the document. So we have a modules. Okay, these are the base module, compiler modules like this have. If I expand this base module here, we can see all the packages: Java IO, Java Lang, Java Net, Java Math. Like this, we have some Java. Some packages are there. So these libraries we can use to build our programs. Okay, fine. For every project you create, Java libraries are getting associated, and dummy SRC folder will generate. Under this project, we create a packages. You know the standards of creating package. Every package name should be start with a lowercase, and the starting package name should be complete domain name, and it should maintain as a dotted structure. These 3 thumb rules needs to follow in creating the package. Right click on project, new package. So if I give uppercase, see no error, simple gives the warning. Package name usually starts with a lowercase letters. That's the first number. Second is company domain name. Suppose you're working for ICICI Bank, you like ICICI. In the ICICI, we have various modules are there. One of the main module is the loans. In that loans, again we have subcategories: car loans, home loans, mortgage loans, personal loans, car loans, like this are there. Living like this. So see how simple to understand. Oh, ICICI Bank. In that main module is the loans. Under the loans, we have car loans. All the car loans related functionalities will be defining under this package. Like this, I can create n number of packages in a project. Yes or no? As I showed in document, in one project we have many packages. Yes. If you want to get one more package, you better you know that right click on package project, new package. Again, we need to type. Completely we have type. Suppose now you want home loans. ICICI.loans.home loans. I'll type like everything I need to type. Instead of typing everything, I will tell one workaround. On existing package, you right click, new package. Simply whatever you want to change that Only will change. That's it. Like this, in one project, we can create n number of packages likewise. Maintaining package dotted structure internally represents as a subfolder. If you want, I can show you. So if you know the project working space directory, directly you can go. If you not remember, just right click on your existing project, properties. In the resources tab, here we can see our project path. Just click on this arrow mark. See, this is our project. Go inside SRC folder. See, ICICI is one folder. Loans is one folder, subfolder. Car loans, home loans are subfolders. Understood?
But sir, car loans we not created, no?
Sorry?
In ICICI bank there is again car loans folder is there.
Is there right here? SRC folder. ICICI is one folder. Loans is one folder. Car loans one folder. Home loans one folder. Created right? Folders.
Okay. And in package all letters should be small letters. Yes, no?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
See, the first word starting character must be lowercase. From second word onwards, you can give upper lowercase. Doesn't matter. See, now you given like this, right? See, new package. So if I give upper is what happens? Okay. Okay. So see what it says. Package name usually starts with lowercase. So I must give lowercase. So from second, I can give uppercase, not a matter. Is any risk? Right?
Yeah.
Like this, we can not extra. Paste element fails. Resource exists. Okay. Loan should be same. Okay, sorry. 1 second. It's a common thing, right? When there are common things, same case we have made it. Okay.
Yes.
So here these are not common, right? Car loans, home loans, this can be any case. Okay. So some standards we have to follow when we are building your programs. Fine. Now we came to know how to create a package. Under the packages, what we create? Classes and interface we create. So on any package, you right click, new class. So the class name should not start with a lowercase. It should follow camel case, right? How many words you want to give as a class name, your wish. But each word starting character must be the uppercase, which I'm saying like as a camel case. Okay, see what it says. Like your lowercase. Java type name usually starts with a uppercase letter. So first F caps, class C caps. First F caps, class C caps. Okay. And for every class you create, the default access modifier will be the public. For every class you create, default access modifier will be the public. Okay, na? And super class always be the object class. Super class always be the object class. See here. I'm having 8 version Java 8 API. I was opening. See, I was opening this. Java.io I was clicking. Okay. See here. The class names are following camel case. Buffered input stream, buffered B caps, input I caps, stream S caps. So what I'm saying, the default access modifier for every class should be the public. Yes or no? Even buffer output stream, if I go, prepare for this public. And super class or object class. See, for every buffer in class, for every class, see above there is one parent class, above one more parent class, above last is that object class. Take any other console or file class. Who is the parent class for this file class? Object class.
Object.
For every class, the super class or parent class is the object class. The root class for every Java is the object class. Do remember? And the default access modifier for every class is the public. Understood?
Yes.
Fine. So for every class you create, not this is a user defined class. For user defined class or predefined class, similar. The default access modifier is public and super class is the object class. And for every class, we will have a main method where the execution starting point for every class. Where to check this public static void main string args checkbox and click on finish button. Okay. So this is what structure comes. A class. In this we have a main method. So if I run this program, just click on green color play button. What happens? Nothing happens because for every class, the starting execution point is the main method. Inside main method, there were no statements. There were no statements to print. That's why nothing is happening. But of course, this class is executed, but inside this main method, there are no statements to print. So to make feel that the class is executing, let me print something inside this main method. If you want print something in this main method in Java, we use a statement called system.out.println. System.out.println. In shortcut, no need to type complete system.out.println. In each word, 3 characters is enough. In system, sys out out just to give control space without giving any spaces. Immediately give the control space. This came or not? System.out.println. Once again, I'm showing you. System sys out out just to give control space. System out println takes a string argument in double quotes. You that. Run this program. Run this program. Hi message. Hi message. Getting?
Yes.
Like this, I can have multiple classes in my package. See how many classes are there in one package, in IO package. See how many classes are there. Likewise, I can create n number of classes and interfaces. So if you want to create one more class, just right click on package, new class. So I'm not checking any checkbox main method, just clicking on finish. If I run this program, what happens? It will give the previous class executed results. So as I said, for every class, if you want to run, it must have their own main method. Yes or no? Otherwise, what happens? Previous executed results will display as like in console. Yes or no? Okay, fine. Because I not check the main method, it is giving the previous class executed results. But I want main method. I didn't check that, right? Do I need to type the public static void main string args? Not required. So here also one shortcut is there. So what is the method name here in this? Main is the method name. Yes or no? No need to type public static void main string args. Just we give the method name as a main. What we do? Main control space. Just click on it. Claim, right? Now if you run this program, the previous results will not come. Okay. So now you print this is out and you like hello, how are you? Save this program and run this program. Your defined statements will come when you run the second class. Understood?
Yes.
Fine. Next step. Next step. Friends, in Java we have some predefined libraries are there. We have to use our friends. We are getting some disturbance. Can you please be on mute? Don't mind. Archana, can you please be mute? Yeah, thank you. Friends, here in Java there are some predefined libraries are there where we will be using in our projects. Okay, na? We'll be using in our projects. Suppose I want buffer input stream. I want whatever it is, file input stream I want to use. File input stream, the class I want to use in my current project. I want to use this existing library. I want to use it. And do I need to type completely put stream? No need to type like this, friends. No need to type like this. So tell me in file input stream, how many words are there? In file input stream, how many words are there? Hello, tell me, friends. In file input stream, how many words are there?
14 or 15?
I'm not
14,
talking
15.
words. File input stream. How many words are there? I'm not talking about characters. Words. File input stream. How many words?
3 words. 3.
3 words. So in each word, starting 3 characters enough to type. If I'm giving FIL control space, I'm getting so many are coming. I'm getting so many with support with starting with 5. I want exact. I want to filter out. So what I do? File FIL input INP stream str. Was filtered or not? Just in
Yes.
3 characters you provide, and lastly you give control space. It will filter out and give displays that exact phrase. Like this we can use. So even if you give lowercase, it was separate with a camel case. Yes or no? Got it. Like this we can use existing libraries just by typing shortcut like this. In each word, 3 characters enough. No need to type complete word. Okay. Next. So I came to know how to create a package, how to create a class with naming conventions. Now we will talk what is a Java class. So friends, before talking about that, let me tell one information. Any kind of application, we require 2 things. One is a data, and second is a operation. Yes. So without data, there is no operation. So without data, there is no operation. Yes or no? Suppose you want your bank transaction history. You went to banker and requesting for your bank transaction details. What bank is asking? What bank is asking? If you request
Sorry, sir.
transaction history, is asking what? What is asking?
Sir, can you repeat?
You want bank transaction history. You want your bank transaction details. You requested for banker. What banker is asking you?
Account number.
Account number. Account number is data or not?
Yes.
Make it fast. Account number is data or not?
Yes.
Without data, can we process operation?
No.
No.
No. So for every operation, data is dependent. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
So for any kind of application, data and operations are mandate. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
What class is run or terminate or load anything. Class is not done being a class. Class is being inside this template. What we have to plan? Some set of data properties and some behaviors. So data properties and behaviors. These two we have to plan inside a class. Okay, now data properties and behaviors. All operations will be defining in the behaviors. Behaviors nothing but methods. Data properties nothing but data. Okay. Next. Okay, you are saying we have to plan some data properties and behaviors. How many data properties, how many behaviors do I need to know? Based on the client requirement. Client will say, I want to do some calculation like addition, subtraction, like these operations I need to perform. He is giving the requirement. So accordingly, what we do to do the addition subtraction, we require minimum 2 input variables to store the result one output variable. Totally 3 data properties we require. And for operations, addition, subtraction operations, we are defining as a behaviors. So as per the requirement, we are planning 3 integer variables int a equals to 10, comma b equals to 20, comma to store the result. The result is one variable. These 3 data properties I have planned based on the requirement. And next is behaviors. One behavior, public void add is a method. Any name we can give that. Public is access modifier. Void is a return type. Add is a method. The name can be given anything. These 2 are keywords in Java keywords. Okay. So in Java, whatever we are using, public is one keyword, package is one keyword, class is one keyword, int is one keyword, public is keyword, like this, all keywords will be lowercase only, friends. Okay, now suppose if I give public p as a character means it gets error. Okay, now keywords will be always the lowercase letters. One more behavior, public void. In this, we have to define the operations or not. In this addition operation, in this subtraction operation. Result equals a plus b, and I need to print the result or not. Sys out addition of a and b is concatenation result. You may have a doubt. Here we are talking about addition. Here plus we are talking about concatenation. What is the difference? Friends, here a, b are the integer variables. Here a, b are the integer variables. So these 2 are the number type variables. Between the 2 number variables plus operator is there means, between 2 number variables plus operator is there means it does the addition. Okay, between these variables plus operator is there means it does the addition, because a, b are the number type variables. 2 number type variables. The number type variables means the a, b both can be integer, or the a, b both can be the float, or one is an integer, one is a float. Float means everyone knows that it contains decimal points. Yes or no? All comes, integer values, floating values comes under number type variables. Mixed mode of number or unique numbers will comes between plus is there means it does the addition. Where come to this point, result is a number type variable. Yes or no?
Yes.
And but in left side to the plus, this is not a number, it's a string. Anything is represented in double quotations is called as a string. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. And so that's what one integer, one string. This can't be performed addition. That's what when string and number type variable between plus is there means it does the concatenation. Combining. That's it. It's combining. Got it? Now let's do operation for here. Result equals a minus b. So subtraction of a and b is. So if I run this class, what happens? It gives the result only the hello, how are you? But it won't come these data properties and behaviors. So suppose to make understand, suppose I want to construct one building. The client is coming to the architecture and giving the inputs, like I'm having 200 square yards of land. I want to construct a double bedroom. Architecture, can you please design for that as per my requirement? Yes. Architecture will start working. Yes, on 200 square yards of land, in a piece of paper, he will make one design for 200 square yards of land. Various rooms measurement, master bedroom measurement, children bedroom measurement, hall, living area, dining area, bathrooms, washrooms, whatever, every room measurements he is making plan in a piece of paper. Friends, does the plan is a virtual or real? Is the plan is a virtual or real? Does the plan has any state? If you're feeling sleepy, will you go on piece of paper, where is my bedroom, and go and sleep there in the paper? All right. Does paper has any state? To go and sleep?
It's
Friends, I'm asking.
virtual.
Virtual, right? Come on,
Yeah.
friends. Back to, don't be like this. Don't waste even single time. Try to understand. And asking question, why this much delay? Yeah. So it's a plan is a virtual. It's not real. It don't has any state. So how can we execute the building plan? Can anyone tell me? How we will be executing the building plan? While purchasing?
Depending upon the design.
Yes, we purchase some building blocks. Building blocks in the sense, as per the measurements, how many square feet comes measurements that much. We purchase that many tons of sand, that many bags of cement, that much square feet of tiles. As per the requirements, we purchase that many liters of paint. All these things. See, even building blocks also purchased based on the plan only. Yes or no? As per the building, according to the square feet measurement calculation only, we are purchasing the building blocks. While purchasing the building blocks, we are executing that building plan in constructing in real world. Then only the building has a state. Yes or no?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Just class is a plan means we have planned something inside a class, like how we plan a building plan. Or building plan, how we plan in a piece of paper. Similar way, in class plan, we have planned some data properties and behaviors. If we want to execute them, how we execute building plan? While purchasing building blocks. Like how we execute the class plan means while creating class object. Understanding? While creating class object only, through class object only we can give the state for this class plan properties and behaviors. For this class, we must create a object. For this class, we must create a object. Where do we create class object? In a main method. In a main method, we will be creating the object. So before creating object, I would like to show something. So friends, in the x equals some 100. What is a 100? 100 is a integer object. 100 is an integer object or integer value, whatever it is terminology. Okay, integer value or integer object. Where I'm storing this 100 object, 100 integer object, where I'm storing
Into data type.
into x variable, into the
Yeah.
x variable. Where I'm storing integer object 100 into variable x. What is the type of this x?
Into data type.
Type, because object is integer object of type int type. Suppose char ch characters represents in a single quote, where a is a character object, storing into the variable ch is of type char type, character object storing into char type, integer object storing into int type. Now you will be understanding when I am creating object. Just for making understand, I was explain this. Okay, now I am creating object for the class. So what integer object, 100 is integer object, a is a character object. Now I'm creating the class object. So new, the class name of this is a class object. Like how we say 100 is the integer object, single quote is called as a character object. Now new keyword and class name of together we call as a class object. Where I store integer object and character object, friends? Where I stored integer and character object in some variable. A similar way, store the class object into one variable. What is the type of this? Integer object means int type. Character object means char type. Class object means second class object means
It's a class.
Class. This class
second
of
class type. Yes or no? Second class type. See, integer object int type. Second class object second type. Yes or no? This is what the of creating the object. So new, the class name of is a class object storing into variable of type same class type. So obj dot. Now see, we can access the class defined properties and behaviors. A property, B property, result property coming from second class. Add method from second class. Sub method from second class. Everything I can access like this. Now run this program. Now we can see that. Hello, how is coming? The main method I printed, and to class object I was accessing class planned behaviors and subtraction is coming or not?
Yes.
Sir, I just have a question actually.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, basically, when we are writing a program, what makes the difference here when we when we give the variables and when if we want to declare the variables inside the main method and outside the main method. Here we have given some
Yeah.
functions methods, right? So what makes difference, sir, in between both?
So variable types we'll talk, madam. There are different types of variables are there. Instance
Okay.
variables, local variables are there. Will come in today's. We'll discuss about the variable types also.
Okay,
can go.
sir. Yeah. Okay, sir. This is my first class actually. Have you covered anything before?
Nothing. Today only is the first practical class. Is it correct, friends? Yesterday we made installation part of Java and Eclipse. Today is the first practical session. I shown you project creation, package creation, class creation. This is the first practical session.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we get the recording session, sir?
Yes, yes. You will get recording sessions for 1 year. We
Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So we'll discuss the what you said, like what is the difference in the class, what is the difference in the inside the variables. The variables which are defined inside the class, inside the method is called local variables. The variables which are defined inside a class is called instance variables. We'll see that all the scopes, where do we access, okay, how do we access them. When we talk about variable types, then we'll discuss all detail. Okay. As you asked right now, yes, the variables which are defined inside a class, these are called instance variables. The variables which are defined inside the method, see inside the method I defined, right? These are called local
Yeah.
variables. You can also observe the
There
colors
is
also. See the observation of color of the instance variable. See A, B results are colored with what? A, B result. What color of them? Blue color. See the local variables X and CH. What is the color of this?
Um,
Brown color,
red,
right? Some
yeah.
brown, something like red or whatever it is. Yes or
Yeah.
no? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Local variables. Here, the value of the local variable CH is not used. So this is local variable. CH is local variable. X is local variable. Got it? The variables which are defined inside a method are called as the local variables. The variables which are defined outside the method means these are instance variables.
Okay.
Okay, we'll discuss all
Thanks.
this. So what questioner? What is a class means? Say class is a plan, template, blueprint, anything we can see. Next question. What class plan contains? You should say class plan contains some data properties, some behaviors. We are planning inside class based upon requirements. Yes or no? In a class, we are planning some data properties and behaviors based on the client requirement. What kind of behaviors means? You should say concrete behaviors. Concrete behavior means the behavior which has a body open close curly brackets. These kind of behaviors we call as a concrete behaviors. The behaviors which has a body open close curly brackets. These behaviors we call concrete behaviors. Concrete behaviors. So next, how do we access this class properties and behaviors? Means by creating class object. By creating class object. So what is the process of object creation? New keyword, class name of is a class object. Store into a variable of type second class type. What class of the same type we have to give that. So with the class reference variable, we are going to be access the whatever in the class plan, everything we can access by this class reference variable. Okay, na? So next question. Can I create more than one object for this class? Means yes, class is collection of objects. See friends, if I have a plan, same building plan I can execute in constructing many villas. Yes or no? Now we're talking about group villas, row villas. One plan we're building in constructing many villas. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Of course, for every villa construction, we purchase building blocks. The similar way, class is collection of objects. For one class plan, we can have multiple objects. For one building plan, how many building blocks we purchase? The similar way, for one class plan, we can create a number of objects. Class is collection of objects. OBJ1 with this reference variable OBJ1 dot add OBJ1 dot sub. Class is collection of objects. For one class, we can create number of objects. Okay.
Yes.
Is everyone clear? Today we have discussed about creating the project, creating the pack, and creating the class with standards, and what is a class, what class plan contains, how we access the class, planned properties and behaviors by class object creation. All those things we have seen in the today's session. Next class will be Monday. On Monday, we'll be talking about interfaces and abstract classes. This is the agenda for the Monday session. The sessions will goes on Monday to Friday. Okay. So any doubts in the today's session, please let me know.
Yes. So tomorrow there will be class?
There is no class, madam. Tomorrow there is no class. Monday to Friday class.
Oh. Yeah, yeah,
Sir,
Madam.
look, can you provide software?
Provide
Software.
software we can install, madam. It's a free only. Actually, I shown you right how to install those things.
Yeah, okay.
So you'll get the recordings. Once you have done the payment, you'll be getting the video access, whatever we are discussing daily.
Okay.
It will be
Okay.
it is a view for one year access. View access will be given for 1 year. So
Already
you can
I'm done the payment, sir.
okay. Today I'll be taking mail IDs. Okay. Yesterday I
Okay.
forgot to mail IDs. Today definitely I'll take the mail IDs from the management and we'll share the recordings who are done the payments. Who are not done the payments, complete by this Saturday, Sunday. From Monday onwards, okay, we'll be having regular class continuation. I will be share the recordings, documents. I'll share that, and day basis whatever we are doing the programs also I will share through GitHub servers. Okay.
Okay,
I'll
thank
come
you,
in
sir.
GitHub server that I'll share to everyone. Okay. That is one difference we'll be having. Friends, let me know in this today's class you have any doubt.
Sir, without that concatenation string, we cannot run that program. Plus result
Sorry,
is there.
sorry.
Plus, you gave the plus result. Okay, that concatenation string. So without that, we cannot run that program. Any error is
Yes.
coming?
See you. What is this? Any string of
There
this
is
as a string is treating as a string. Syntax error. Syntax error. Okay. Syntax error.
okay.
So see, this is a string. This how we give the same we give, but where we given this in double quotations. Any string should be represented in a double quotations. That's why treating as a string. String means this is a string. Anything is represented in this is a string. But result is a variable, right? Huh? Result is a variable, right? A is a variable, B is a variable, result is variable.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, this is a string. Anything is represented in double quotes is a string. Normal I'm giving this is a variable. So we separate with the plus string concatenated with variable result. Okay, na? Got it?
Oh, okay, sir.
When you are writing like this means this should already it should be declared as a variable. Already declared, right? Then we can give like this. But if you're not giving plus means It treats like some syntax error the program is doing. It is throwing some error. No, it is not error. This is a variable. This is string. These two I want to combine. Then give as a plus operator between this. That's it.
Okay, sir. Thank
Any
you.
doubt? Yeah. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Yeah. Friends, if you don't have any queries, we are good to stop for today. So we'll meet on Monday. Okay, we'll meet on Monday. If people who are
Yes.
not on the payment, please complete your payments by Saturday and Sunday. And if any one of your friends are looking for trainings, please ask them to join for a batch. Okay, na? From Monday onwards.
Yes.
So, sir, to
Thank
whom
you,
we have
friends.
to contact regarding payment?
So management will communicating you because you already registered while you're joining this meeting. So management will have your mail ID, your contact number. They will call you in personally. Okay.
No, sir. They didn't
Fine.
contact us because
They'll call them.
yesterday also.
Yes, because see, first 2 days they will not communicate. After 2 days only, people will be communicating you. Okay, na?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir.
This is the free session, right? That's why our management will not connect you. Okay. So today you'll be getting the calls. Okay, na? From today onwards, you'll get the follow-ups calls also. You get that from management. Please call
What is
them.
the course duration, sir?
Course duration will be 2.5 months.
2.5 months. Okay.
2.5 months.
You are covering test engine, Cucumber, and everything, sir.
Yes.
Frameworks.
Yes.
Okay.
These are
Okay.
things.
Can I
We
get
are
course content?
Core Java, Selenium, WebDriver Grid. In DevOps, Maven, GitHub Server, Jenkins, hands-on will give that. Frameworks, we go TestNG, page object model, data-driven, hybrid Cucumber, and lastly, we do one project. And the benefits you get:
Okay.
soft copy material for Java and Selenium, recorded videos for 1 year view access, and source code will share through GitHub server on daily basis. And duration will be 2.5 months.
Okay, sir.
It's all structure, okay?
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll meet on Monday. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. So, friends, welcome back. So, we have already started the session 2 days ago. So, those people who are joined newly, I was taking a demo session for today. The people who has already joined, 5-6 people are there last 2 days. The people who wants to continue today's class, yes, you can continue, because I will take the same repetition class what earlier day was taken demo. Okay, fine. So let me brief myself. My name is Ravi Kanth Lella. So I was your Selenium mentor. So I was taking the course for Selenium end-to-end, which is like for Java, Selenium, like in Selenium, WebDriver Grid are the components we use, and we work with DevOps. Of course, DevOps will be used by all the teams like development, testing, deployment. Okay, all departments will be using DevOps. It contains so many components. As being as tester, we'll be concentrating on Maven, GitHub servers, Jenkins, and we go with frameworks like TestNG, data-driven, page object model, hybrid. Lastly, we do the project from the scratch to end of execution. We'll see one project, 10 days we'll work on the project like this. So, and what are the prerequisite to take this course means, friends, any kind of people can take this course, like freshers or experienced persons or non-IT background peoples. Everyone is eligible to take this course. The prerequisite to learn this Selenium is some language banding is necessary, friends. The language banding, in a sense, the Selenium supports various language bandings like Java, C Sharp, Ruby, Python, Scala, Go programming, R language, Haskell, etc., etc. So many languages will supports by my Selenium. By using any one of language banding, we can build your Selenium automation scripts. So as this course is designed for Selenium with Java, so core Java, Selenium, we go with like this. So core Java, in the sense, what concepts will be learning? It's a ocean, right? Yes, OOPS concept, Java OOPS concepts is required to learn Selenium, like Java project, packages, classes, interfaces, inheritance, data types and its default values, variable types, typecastings, axis, non-axis modifiers, method overloading, overriding, polymorphism, constructors, loopings, decision making statements, single dimension array, two-dimension array, user defined arrays, scanner classes, debugging, strings, file systems, exception handling, collections. All these are the core OOP concepts we are going to be discussed in core Java. What are the concepts I discussed? Each and every concept will be discussed, and I will give you some assignments also on each concept based. Suppose if I talk about strings. So we starting with developing your project, ending to delivery, we'll work on strings only. So many, every web elements, text boxes we used to enter that. We have to get something from application. Everything is treated as a strings. So how can we do manipulations on strings? Okay, na? So string, we have some string class built-in methods are there. Using that methods, how can we manage those strings? Some exercises, I'll give some practices. And if we talk about collections, some collections, I'll give some assignments. To make hands-free about for loops, I give some pattern programs. Like this concept base, not only concept making to understand, and make aware of that, how to write a programs, how to build a programs. So most of the people will struggle in two ways. One is without knowing the concepts, like where to use, when to use, how to use. That's one struggle. Another way is once we know the concepts, there is a troubleshootings. Once we know the things, once we build the programs, where there is a chance of runtime errors will occur. Generally, human does the errors. That errors will make you irritation that how to find that. You are unable to process that until that troubleshoot. We cannot process that. Yes. How do we troubleshoot that errors during the program execution? So while debugging only, we'll find out that runtime errors. We can troubleshoot it while debugging the scripts. So I'll give the clear concepts, and I'll tell you how to debug the scripts if any runtime error comes where there is a conflict, where there is a fumbling, right? Nothing here to look back. So every concept and every programmatically and their debugging perspective, everything I will give very clear picture on core Java. And after knowing these core Java concepts only, we'll come to the Selenium. Why I'm saying the programming language is must. Yes, that's the base. If you want to become as a good programmer, engineer, good programmer, yes, you must be technically sounds good. How technically you are sounds good programmatically and writing your scripts, yes, then easily you can build your Selenium automation scripts using this tool. The official website for Selenium was selenium.dev is the official website for the Selenium. Here we can see in the banner it says Selenium automates browsers. That's it, which means my Selenium tool will automate web applications only. Browsers means the applications open through browsers we call as a web applications. That's it. My Selenium purely automates web applications, not a window desktop applications. Only the applications which are open through browser, web applications only. So what you do with that power is entirely up to you. What is that power? That power is nothing but not a boost and Moldova. It is the power of the language. Which language you prefer to build the Selenium automation scripts? That language you must be technically sounds good. So we have to know where to use, when to use, how to use. and how to troubleshoot it. Everything you must know about this language, whatever language you prefer, the same process. So here we have put effort. Don't worry, everything will be given from the scratch, and each and every point will be discussed here. That's what I said, like any kind of people can take this course, a fresher or experienced or non-native background people, everyone. I treat everyone as intensive care. So even the people are experienced person, from the scratch I give that. I know that people say we know all those things. If I put questions, no one will be answered to my questions. So everything from the scratch I'm giving here. Don't retract, we don't know anything. That's what you join this course. Okay. Yes, after completion of Java, we'll come to the Selenium, where in Selenium we have various components in Selenium. If I shown in this website, here we can see that we have so many components are there in Selenium tool. One is Selenium WebDriver, one is Selenium IDE, another is Selenium Grid, and one more component was there which got deprecated nowadays. That's a Selenium RC. Earlier starting we have 4 components, but one is deprecated, which is Selenium RC that supported the available components in Selenium R, Selenium WebDriver, Selenium IDE, and Selenium Grid. These are the 3 components available in Selenium. The first component in Selenium was Selenium IDE, Integrated Development Environment. So here using IDE, it's a record and playback tool. It's a record and playback tool. If you want to work with Selenium IDE, we not require any programming knowledge. Even Java, Python, Ruby, Scala, nothing language is necessary to work with a Selenium IDE. Yes, just you should know how to start, how to trigger recording, how to stop the recording. That's it enough. In starting and stopping, the entire story happens. Once you start recording, what happens? It records whatever transactions you made. And lastly, you stop and playback. That's what Selenium IDE is, a record and playback tool, not required to know any one of languages to work with IDE. But IDE will work. See, once we record in one browser, we'll play on the same browser, which not a platform. All the platforms we cannot work, and all the elements, some of the elements, the Selenium IDE will not record. Some of the elements will not be recorded using IDE tool. All these considerations, IDE is not used for in real time. Of course, where we use this IDE means IDE will be used to in pilot projects where any new projects come to you. So as instantly you want to show some results to the clients. So as the pilot projects, you prefer as IDE because we don't have enough time to show to the client. So we do record and playback tool. This is how we're going to automate like this. We showing as instant results to the client. Only for pilot projects we use for IDE. In real time we never use that. So because IDE works, which browser we recorded, in that browser is going to be executed. And one more is all elements are not recorded properly using IDE. These are all the things considered and made one more component, which is Selenium WebDriver. If we want to work with Selenium WebDriver, yes, we must be aware of some programming knowledge like Java, Ruby, C#, Python, Scala, Go programming. Any one of language, you must be aware of it if you want to work with Selenium WebDriver. Yes, what the disadvantage we notice in IDE, it records in one browser, plays in that same browser successfully, but other browsers will not, may or may not. Of course, earlier it's not, but some case now it works, but not full-fledged. Okay, so here that considered the point, and we are implemented in this. So using WebDriver, we can create robust browser-based regression automation suites and tests we can develop using WebDriver. So robust browser-based regression suites and tests we can prepare for WebDriver. So once we write a WebDriver script, that scripts will run. That scripts or test will run robust browsers. So all the browsers it's going to be execute. Okay now. So we build all the Selenium WebDriver scripts using Selenium WebDriver component. So once we develop the robust browser-based regression suites and tester, we are supposed to execute them in different platforms and different browsers. Yes, who will does that? Yes, Selenium Grid is one of the component. If you want to scale by distributing and running the developer tests on several missions to manage multiple environments from a central point, making it easy to run the test against a vast combination of browsers and operating system, then we want to use the Selenium Grid. So if you want to scale and distribute in promoting to execute your WebDriver scripts in parallelly in many operating systems and in many browsers, then we have to depend on Selenium WebDriver component. So as to say, which is the best which is the combination, which is the preferred combination for Selenium means WebDriver with the grid. Using WebDriver, we build robust browser-based regression suites and tests. Using grid, we scale and distribute in executing your developer scripts parallelly in many operating systems and in many browsers. The appropriate combination for Selenium was WebDriver with the grid. This is the components we use that. If you want to implement the grid, yes, we must do some setup, creating like a hub and the nodes. Hub is the kind of server, nodes are nothing but kind of clients. In networking, how we differentiate the names like server and then clients. And here similar way in grid, we call this terminology as hub and nodes. Hub is a kind of server, nodes are nothing but kind of clients like this. We do setup and we configure and we throw our script to the assign the script to the grid. The grid will take care and executing the scripts, same scripts repeatedly in many computers and many operating systems, many browsers parallel. So that's we go with Selenium WebDriver with the grid. So in Selenium WebDriver, what are the components we are discussing? What are the things we are discussing in Selenium? If that question comes to me, is I'm giving you clarification, those who has joined newly for today. So these are things which I am covering, friends, here. Once completion of Java, and then after we go with the WebDriver launchings, like various browsers, how do we launch using WebDriver? We'll see, friends, and we'll make the launching browser functionalities dynamically, because opening the browsers is common activity for every test case. We never write standalone programs even in real time, friends. The standalone programs will work to that script only, not for all the scripts. Once you write a script dynamically, that will be used for a number of test cases. Such a way, I'll make you to prepare the scripts in a dynamic way in launching the browsers. Just we define a functions, we pass it parameters, that's it. And next, we talk about profiles and we talk about options class. Friends, once you are testing your application manually means if any source stoppers comes during executions when you're doing manually, your intention will be there, you can handle that. Example to understand, suppose once you open one application that causes some notifications, browser notifications comes. Until unless you take necessary action on that notification, it never allows to the next level in application. Yes. So you manually your testing means you can handle them. But when we are doing through automation, everything is automation engineer responsible. Everything is automation engineer responsible. So how can we handle them? So any proxy settings on the browsers, any certificate errors, any maximizing the browsers, any browser notifications, all comes from the browsers. So to handle that, automation engineer is responsible. Manual means we can handle, our presence will be there. In automation, our presence will not be there. So we must handle them. How can we handle? So we must take the browser into our control. So we have to Vasikarna the browser. How can we Vasikarna the browser? Just by creating the browser user-defined profiles. Chrome user-defined profile. Firefox user-defined profile. We will be creating, taking the browsers into our charge, into our control. Then we can play what we like. So we can play with using respect to browser options class. Just create a user-defined profiles using profile concept, and we will do necessary settings configurations using the options class for Chrome, options class for Firefox, like this. Like this, what any kind of settings on browser level we can do. So maximizing browser, disabling information bars, page load strategies, certificate errors, proxy settings, notifications, logs, etc., etc. All browser related things we can manage using profiles and options class. And whereas come to the synchronization says, we know that our applications elements loading time will take more to load the elements in a pages. But whereas our automation scripts are very fast in execution, where there is a chance of synchronization issues occurs between these two, script and application. As automation engineer, we must be active major role there in making syncing between these two. So where we use some synchronization methods, behaviors like thread dot sleep, implicit wait, explicit wait, like this we have, we'll make syncing between these two. And coming to the locators. Friends, in a web application, we will have a web elements. So many web elements will be having text boxes, radio buttons, checkbox, web tables, web calendars, links, drop downs, etc., etc. Images. So many web elements are present in your web application. How do I interact? How do I interact? If I want to perform any action on any one of the element, how do I interact? Friends, even we are human beings. If we want to interact any of your friend, what we do, we will be using one of his property. Name is one of the property to identify the person. Yes. So friends, we are not only names. Apart from names, we have so many properties every human being has. A starting baby coming from mother womb, we get a baby is very handsome, very colorish, weight, height, all these things talks when the baby come from mother womb. After 9 days, we keep namakarana, first name, last name, nickname, pet names, and from starting from child baby birth, we will be applying for Aadhaar card is one of the identity for the child. And he's a citizen of US, we get SSL number. If he's 18 years, we get voter card number. If he's about 23, you'll get job, you'll get employee ID. All these are the properties for the person's height, weight, color, complexity. All these are first name, last name, surname, nickname, SSL number, Aadhaar card number, voter card number, okay, employee ID. All these are properties for the persons to identify. Based on the various causes, we'll be using that properties. Suppose you are contesting in elections, so the identity there is the voter card. Yes. So if you want to purchase any goods, electronic goods, the identity is the Aadhaar card. If you're working as employee to calculate salaries, employee ID is the source there. If you're being a citizen US, SSL number is a source to identify. Yes. If you are working as an employee, if you want to call any persons, the name is the property there to you have to declare. So based on need, that properties we are using to identify the objects or persons, whatever it is. Now in web application, we have various web elements are there. How do I identify all the web elements? So like how the human being has some properties, a similar way, the application elements also have some set of properties defined by the developers. Like how we have properties, set of properties to get identified. Even some web application elements also has some set of properties defined by the developers. But with those properties only, we are going to be interact the web elements. Okay. So here basic and see most of the people will struggling in identifying the elements, we finding the elements only. So totally 6 hours we'll be working on locators only. In that 3 hours we are working on basic understanding of locators. Hey, very clear. So we are working on XPaths and CSS selectors, and we'll see some examples on XPath and CSS. How to write your own XPaths, dynamic XPaths, okay? And how to work with CS selectors, and with some examples, we'll see that. Totally 6 hours we'll be working on locators only, where people mostly struggles there. And Marvin project. So any project you are building will use some build tools. In DevOps it was. Of course, we have Ant is one build tool, Gradle is one build tool, Marvin is one build tool. Ant got deprecated, and nowadays organizations are using build tool as a Marvin 90%. 10% people are using Gradle as a build tools. So using Marvin build tool only, we used to build the projects, we add the dependencies, we add the plugins, we execute the programs to that, we run the goals in the Marvin. Okay, na? All those things we'll talk on Marvin. And come to the test engine framework. Friends, SELENIUM itself don't have any built-in frameworks. So we will be using one external framework, which is TestNG, which is defined by Java. In TestNG, everything will talk in matter of annotations. We have so many annotations are there: before annotations, test annotations, after annotations, parameters, data providers, listeners. Like this, we have so many annotations and respect to parameters we have. We will talk importance of each annotations, how this annotation execution takes place, what is the priorities we can make the test to execute. If you want to run your test cases parallelly to save the execution period, how to run these test cases parallelly, irrespective of the tests, irrespective of the methods, irrespective of the classes, irrespective of the suits, how can I make my test case execution parallel? How to group the test cases, how to set the test dependencies, how to report a pass-fail status in a test engine report, how to work with the test engine listeners, how to work with the data providers, how to rerun the failed test cases. Okay, na? How to work with the assertion, soft assets, hard assets to report the pass and failures. All these things will be discussed in TestNG framework. Lastly, we will do some pilot project on TestNG also. 9 hours will be working on a TestNG framework only. In the note, everything we'll discuss. And next come to the page object model. There itself meaning says we are working irrespective of the pages. So, you know, in our web application, we can find a pages, web pages, group of pages, combination of pages together we call one web application. Supposed to say login is one page, add to cart is one page, women's wear is one page, men's wear is one page, kids wear is one page. Like this, we have various pages together forms as website or web application. So every web page has some group of web elements and operations. Okay, now. So instead of maintaining, suppose one web application has 10 pages. Instead of storing all page web elements and operations in one Java class, we divide that pages as separate Java classes. See, always divide and rule policy is the best app policy in organizing things and where to build the things, where to execute the things. So when we segregate the functionalities, some load will be decreased. See, all functionalities in one Java class, it takes more load. Yes or no? See, even if you want to put 10 tons of bag in one lorry, how much load it was? 1 ton bag, how much it was? You observe. Okay, na? So like this, you are balancing the things, page level operations and web elements. We are keeping in separate Java class. 10 pages are there, 10 Java classes we maintain. The advantage is like, see, whenever you execute the program, the respect to Java class page, the corresponding Java class only we are loading, some buttons is releasing or not. And if any new change request comes, it's very easy. Which page, that page corresponding Java class, we go and we change. If any issues comes, we debug to respect to page elements only. And if any newcomer comes also, it's quite easy to understand the things. All these are advantages of using page object model. We'll discuss all those things in page object model. Right? And automating links. We can find number of web elements in our applications. Majority of the elements we can find as a links only. How do we interact with links? Static links, dynamic links, broken links, hidden links, specific header links. How can we interact with the links? One fine day we'll talking about automating links. And coming to the automating drop downs. Drop down means where we used to select multiple option or single option. To select the options as a singular multiple, we have various ways of selecting the options. We can select the options by using send keys. We can select the option by using select class. We can select the option by using JavaScript executors. We can use by selecting options by actions class. In various ways, how do we select options in drop downs? We'll see one finding. And come to the pop-ups. Friends, various types of pop-ups will appear during your executions where which interrupts your executions. Any kind of alerts comes, you must be in a position to handle it. See, security alerts comes, JavaScript alerts comes, HTML alerts comes, any kind of alerts comes, we must be in a position to handle them. We'll talk about one fine day about all the handling the pop-ups or alerts. So actions class. Friends, are using WebDriver, some of the advanced elements cannot be interacted directly by Selenium WebDriver. In that case, we will take a support of actions class. Like advanced elements like mouse overing. Some of the elements, once I mouse over on that particular web element, the elements are getting populated. That kind of we call as a mouse overing elements. So right clicking, double clicking, chain actions, dragging and dropping elements, automating slide bars, these kind of elements, advanced elements directly cannot interact it through WebDriver. That will take care of actions class. Combination with WebDriver actions class through, we are going to be handling this kind of advanced elements. And JavaScript executors. What we interact with the WebDriver, similar way, we will be interacting through JavaScript executor also. I will demonstrate all these things using JavaScript executor as well. And next is automating windows. Friends, my Selenium is purely automates web elements only. See the tag, we have seen that. Selenium automates browsers, that's it. It never automate Windows elements. Suppose once you're working with web application elements, suddenly Windows related things comes, yes, my Selenium will do hands up, even though we are in a position to handle them. Yes, there are so many open source Windows automation tools are there where to automate the Windows elements. So there are AutoIT, Sukali, robotics, like this. We have various Windows automation tools are there. With using that, we can automate the Windows application elements. Here I was preferring AutoIT to go how to install AutoIT, how to automate the Windows element, how to compile the AutoIT code, how do we associate this AutoIT code into your WebDriver scripts. All these things I will demonstrate in the automating Windows components. And coming to the web tables. So in our web applications, we can find some web tables. In that web tables, we can find various web elements like checkboxes. See, tables contains rows and columns. Right? In each row, we have a number of cells are there. In that cells only, in that particular cell in the table, we can find any one of web element like checkbox, a radio button, link, or whatever it is. How do I interact the web element which is reside in the table? The tables can be static, some tables can be dynamic. Static means fixed rows will be there in the table. Fixed rows, fixed column. That's a static table. Some dynamic tables, you know that the keep on increasing that columns. Okay, dynamic tables, how to work. Paginations. Some of the web tables will maintain as a pages. See, first page you have 10 rows of table, 10 rows data. Second page we have another 10 rows of data. Third page we have like this, the pages will be. That's a web table paginations. How can we work with web table paginations? Web calendars, you know, date pickers. How do we select dates? That also is a web table only, it contains. All these things we'll talk. And coming to the input sources. Friends, once you develop your test cases, we require some test data. Yes, We have various data sources where we can organize our test data, properties files, XML files, Microsoft Excels. Like this, there are various data sources where we can manage our data. So 7 to 8 hours will be working on all these various data sources. And coming to the grid. As I said, in Selenium, WebDriver with grid is the combination. Using a grid, we used to scale and distribute in executing your developed scripts parallelly in many computers and many browsers. Here we do some setup like hub and nodes, okay, and we implement that code. That code connecting to the grid in executing parallelly. So this will does worth 3 hours. Grid setup, all 3 hours will be working on this. Okay. So these are things which we cover in Selenium WebDriver with grid. So we will work with DevOps. DevOps is a culture which extends so many components, not only this, Maven, GitHub Server, Jenkins, Gradle, Chef, Puppet, Ansible, Docker, Kubernetes, etc., etc. All these components together we call as DevOps as a culture. These DevOps will be used by the developers, testers, deployment team, integration team. As the testers, we'll be involving majorly in the DevOps components like Maven, GitHub Server, Jenkins. Where Maven is a build tool, every project will be developed in build tool called Maven, and every work should be accountable to across the team members, where we have to distribute our code across the team members. So we use some distributed connectivity tool, which is like a GitHub servers. It's a distributed servers where we can commit the code, we can push the code, we can collaborate the code across the team members using the GitHub servers. And then once we push the code, collaborate across the team, then that code is supposed to be scheduled for executions automatically using Jenkins CI pipeline tool. We can schedule our executions automatically. How you want to execute? Hourly, weekly, monthly, quarterly, soon after code is committed in a GitHub server. How you want to schedule your executions? Through Jenkins, we can schedule it. So our process is going to be automated by using DevOps components. Using Maven build tool we use to develop your test cases, and GitHub server, distributed server, where we commit, we collaborate across the team members. We can push or we can pull or collaborate across the team using GitHub server. And Jenkins is the scheduler to schedule your executions whenever you want. After scheduling of executions, we can send up mails to respective members the completion of the so-and-so executions, right? And these are the frameworks which we cover this. And lastly, we do one project. And lastly, come to that benefits. Benefits you get of training. So friends, you will be getting that soft copy material for Java and Selenium, and recorded videos for 1 year view access, and source code will share GitHub server on daily basis. Okay, whatever I build Java Selenium project daily, I will commit the code and push it to the GitHub server so everyone can pull the code into your systems. That's what I said. We can collaborate that, we can push and we can pull, we can collaborate across the team members. Yes. So I will commit from my end. You'll be pulling and collaborating. We're all collaborating across the team members, right? What we did, what was the updated code in the GitHub server available, we can pull it. All teams can collaborate in pulling that latest code from the GitHub server. We can watch that, right? Yes. So unrecorded videos will get 1 year view access. Soft copy material will give for Java and Selenium, and duration will be for 2.5 months. And complete structure: core Java, Selenium, DevOps framework project. And course daily will be like Monday to Friday, 1 hour will be their class, and course fees like 4,000 rupees. And doubts are always encouraged in asking the session. Okay, doubts are